Have you ever wondered why you're here on this earth? What is your destiny? Do you truly understand the purpose you're meant to fulfill? These are not just casual questions we ask ourselves from time to time. They are the foundation of a deeper search for meaning in our lives. It's easy to get caught up in the routines of everyday life, but what if there's something more, something greater waiting for us to discover? Each of us carries a unique purpose, a path that only we are meant to walk, and it's up to us to recognize it, to seek it out and embrace it. But how do we do that? How do we understand the greater purpose that we were born for? How do we truly recognize and accept the destiny that awaits us? These are the questions that often leave us feeling lost or uncertain, but they're also the questions that can lead us to our greatest revelations. When we start to ask these questions with sincerity, we begin to open ourselves up to the possibility that we are more than what we currently perceive ourselves to be. We are more than the sum of our daily tasks or the roles we play in society. We are part of something much bigger, and the answers to these questions hold the key to understanding our role in that greater purpose. But it's not always clear, is it? We live in a world full of distractions, noise and conflicting messages. There are so many expectations placed on us from the people around us to the society we live in. It can feel overwhelming at times, and it's easy to lose sight of our own purpose amid all of this. The good news, however, is that finding your destiny isn't about having all the answers right away. It's about recognizing the signs and embracing the journey. It's about trusting that there is a greater plan in motion, even if we can't always see the full picture. This video is here to help guide you through that journey. Together we'll explore how to identify and embrace your destiny, connecting with spiritual principles that can illuminate the path ahead. Whether you're seeking clarity on your purpose or simply trying to make sense of the direction your life is heading, you'll find insights that can help you along the way. The journey to understanding your destiny is deeply personal, but it's also a shared experience. We are all seeking something greater, and in that search we can find connection and growth. So what is your destiny? It's time to start the conversation and take the first step toward discovering the path that awaits you. Don't forget to share your story in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe so we can explore more exciting topics together. This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Destiny isn't just a random concept. Each one of us has a reason for existing and a mission we are meant to fulfill. It's easy to think of destiny as something far away, an abstract idea that doesn't affect our daily lives, but nothing could be further from the truth. Destiny is not something we simply stumble upon, it's woven into the fabric of our existence. It is the essence of who we are, the purpose behind the choices we make and the direction our lives take. The question we often find ourselves asking is, why do we have a destiny? What makes us believe that there's a greater purpose for our lives? The answer lies in understanding that we are part of something much bigger than ourselves. From a spiritual perspective, destiny is not something that happens by accident. It's not about fate or random events, but rather about being part of a greater plan. A plan that is unique for every individual, one that connects us to something greater than the world around us. This plan is not just about us as individuals, but about how our individual paths intersect with the paths of others and contribute to the greater good. When we begin to think of our lives as part of this intricate plan, we start to understand that our destiny is not something that's imposed on us, but something we are meant to discover and embrace. It's like a seed planted within us, waiting to be nurtured and allowed to grow into its fullest potential. Every event in our lives, every step we take, even the obstacles we face, is a part of this greater plan. The experiences we have, whether joyous or painful, have meaning beyond what we can often perceive in the moment. Life isn't about waiting for destiny to appear or hoping it will unfold magically. It's about recognizing that every experience, every challenge, every triumph is connected to a larger purpose. The challenges we face are not meant to discourage us or make us feel defeated. They are opportunities for growth. They are the moments when we are shaped, when our character is tested and refined. It's in these moments that we begin to understand the true meaning of destiny, that it isn't just about the destination, but the journey we take to get there. Think about the times in your life when you've faced adversity. At the time, it may have seemed like a roadblock, a detour from what you thought was your path. But in hindsight, how many of those challenges turned out to be opportunities in disguise? How many of those obstacles led you to a deeper understanding of who you are and what you're truly capable of? These challenges, while difficult, play an important role in our destiny. They are the moments that force us to grow, to change, and to move closer to the person we are meant to become. Without them, we would never discover the strength, resilience, or wisdom that lies within us. Destiny also connects us to the world around us. It's not just about us as individuals, but how our lives impact the lives of others. From a spiritual perspective, every person has a specific purpose that fits into the larger puzzle of life. No one is here by accident. We all play a role in the unfolding of the world around us. Whether it's in the relationships we build, the work we do, or the kindness we show, every action we take has a ripple effect. We might not always see the impact of our actions, but they are shaping the world in ways we can't even begin to understand. It's easy to underestimate the power of our individual purpose, but when we take a step back and look at the bigger picture, we can see how everything is interconnected. The idea of destiny is not a new one. Different cultures and belief systems have their own interpretations of what it means to have a destiny. In Christianity, for example, it is believed that God has a plan for each person's life, a purpose that is divinely ordained. The Bible tells us that we were created with purpose and that God has a plan for our future, a plan to prosper us and give us hope. Similarly, in Buddhism, the concept of destiny is tied to the idea of karma, the belief that our actions in this life will shape our future. Karma is not just about fate, it's about the choices we make and how they affect the course of our lives. Both of these belief systems, though different in their approaches, share the fundamental idea that each person has a purpose to fulfill a unique role to play in the world. No matter which belief system you subscribe to, the underlying message remains the same. We all have a destiny. Our lives are not just a series of random events, but part of a greater plan. This plan isn't something we can control, but it is something we can choose to embrace. It's a path that we must discover step by step with faith and determination. The question then becomes, how do we find our destiny? How do we recognize the signs that point us in the right direction? The answer lies in tuning into our intuition, listening to our inner voice, and trusting that we are being guided toward our true purpose. If you believe your destiny is already set, what will you do to fulfill it? This is not a passive question, it's an active call to action. Destiny is not something that happens to us, it's something we participate in. It's a journey that requires us to take the first step, to show up and do the work, to face the challenges that come our way with courage and determination. We are not merely passive observers in our own lives, we are active participants in the unfolding of our destiny. The question is, will we rise to the occasion? Will we trust that we are being led to exactly where we need to be? When we begin to understand that destiny is not something we have to chase, but something we must recognize and embrace, we start to approach life with a greater sense of purpose. Every decision, every moment becomes infused with meaning. The key to fulfilling our destiny lies in our willingness to live with intention, to walk the path that has been laid out for us with conviction, and to trust that every step we take brings us closer to our true purpose. Destiny isn't a destination, it's a journey that unfolds as we grow, learn, and evolve. Embrace it with an open heart and an open mind, and watch as your life begins to transform in ways you never thought possible. So how do you recognize your destiny? The answer isn't always clear, but there are signs you can look for on your journey. Destiny isn't something that is always obvious, and it's not always going to come to you in a big dramatic way. More often than not, it appears in subtle signs, small whispers that you may not always notice unless you're paying close attention. The journey to discovering your destiny is deeply personal, and the path is different for everyone. Some people find it early in life, while others may spend years searching for the clues that lead them to it. The good news is that you don't have to wait for some grand revelation. The signs are already there, hidden in plain sight, and it's up to you to recognize them and take action. One of the first signs to identifying your destiny is discovering your passions and natural talents. Think about the things that you love to do, the things that come to you effortlessly, the activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. These aren't just hobbies or fleeting interests, they are clues about your true calling. Your destiny often manifests through the things you love, the activities that fill you with a sense of purpose. What do you do that makes time seem to disappear? What are the things that you're naturally good at without having to force it? These skills and passions are the seeds of your destiny. The more you nurture them, the more they will grow, leading you to your ultimate purpose. For example, if you have a deep love for helping others and find yourself drawn to teaching, mentoring, or counseling, it could be a sign that your destiny involves guiding others. If you have a passion for creativity, whether it's through art, music, or writing, it could indicate that your destiny involves expressing yourself in ways that inspire others. Your talents are not just gifts. They are tools that will help you fulfill your purpose. Another significant sign of your destiny is moments of transformation. Life-changing events or major challenges that you face may feel like obstacles at first, but they often carry with them the seeds of awakening. These moments, whether they are painful or joyful, are opportunities for you to step into your true calling. It's in these moments of transformation that we often find ourselves questioning everything, looking for deeper meaning, and trying to make sense of the changes happening around us. These experiences may force you to rethink your values, your priorities, and your direction in life. For instance, a career change, the loss of a loved one, or a personal crisis might seem like setbacks, but they can also be the catalyst for discovering your destiny. These pivotal moments force you to examine your life from a new perspective and often lead you to a deeper understanding of what truly matters. It's in these transformative experiences that we often have the opportunity to awaken to our purpose, to realign ourselves with the path we were meant to follow. A deep sense of calling is another powerful sign that you're on the right path toward discovering your destiny. Have you ever felt an inner pull towards something? Perhaps it was a job, a cause, or a goal that seemed to resonate with you on a soul-deep level. You may not have fully understood why it felt so important, but you knew that it was something you had to pursue. This feeling, this sense of calling, is one of the clearest indicators of your destiny. It's that deep knowing that what you're doing or what you're meant to do is not just a choice, but something you're destined for. For example, when you find a cause that moves you to take action, when you feel driven to help people in ways that go beyond what you've been taught, or when you discover a purpose that feels larger than yourself, that's your calling. It's the feeling that no matter what you're meant to contribute in a certain way to the world, your destiny often calls to you quietly but persistently, guiding you toward the life you were meant to lead. When you recognize these signs in your life, you begin to connect the dots between your passions, your talents, and the experiences that have shaped you. This process isn't always easy, and it may require patience and reflection. But once you begin to recognize the signs, you'll notice that your destiny is not something you have to chase after. It's something that has always been with you, waiting for you to recognize it and embrace it. It's like a map that's been placed in front of you with the path clearly laid out, but you have to choose to follow it. Engaging with your destiny isn't about waiting for everything to fall into place or for life to give you all the answers at once. It's about looking for the signs, trusting your intuition, and stepping forward with courage. Your destiny is calling to you, and all you have to do is listen. The more you listen to your inner voice, the more you'll find that your life begins to align with the purpose that's been waiting for you all along. So I ask you, have you ever felt that you have a special mission in life? Think back to moments in your past when you felt called. Maybe it was a certain event, a sudden shift in your thinking, or a chance encounter that set you on a new path. When you reflect on those moments, what do you feel? Do you feel a sense of purpose or direction? What is the common thread that runs through your passions, your talents, and the transformative moments of your life? These are the clues that will help guide you toward your destiny. Identifying your destiny isn't about perfection or immediate clarity. It's about paying attention to the subtle signs and trusting that you are being guided towards something greater than yourself. Destiny doesn't reveal itself all at once. It unfolds gradually, piece by piece, as you continue to move forward. The more you embrace your passions, the more you align yourself with your calling. And the more you open yourself to the opportunities for growth and transformation, the closer you'll come to discovering the life you are meant to live. The path to your destiny is yours to create. You have the power to shape your future by paying attention to the signs, embracing your natural talents, and responding to the call that's been placed within you. It's time to recognize the signs, trust the process, and step into the life you are destined to live. Once you've identified your destiny, the next step is to embrace and live it. This may be the hardest part of the journey. It's one thing to recognize your purpose, to have moments of clarity and understand where you're headed, but it's entirely different to take that understanding and fully commit to living it out. The journey from realization to action can be filled with obstacles, self-doubt, and fear, but it's in embracing and walking the path of destiny that we find true fulfillment. The truth is, once you know your destiny, you're faced with a choice. Will you move forward with courage, or will you let fear and uncertainty hold you back? The first challenge many people face in accepting their destiny is the fear of change and uncertainty. When you step into your destiny, you are stepping into the unknown. The life you've always known may begin to shift, and that can be a terrifying thing. We are creatures of habit, and change, even positive change, often brings feelings of fear. We fear leaving behind the comfort of the familiar, the security of the life we've built, even if it's not what we ultimately desire. Stepping into your true purpose might require you to break free from the constraints of your comfort zone, and that is no small feat. It may mean making difficult decisions, taking risks, and moving into unfamiliar territory. It could require you to leave behind relationships, careers, or lifestyles that have been a part of your life for years. But here's the thing. The fear of change is a natural response, and it's not something to avoid or suppress. It's something to recognize and move through. The more we embrace the uncertainty, the more we can open ourselves up to new opportunities. Destiny is not about staying in the safe, predictable space where we are comfortable. It's about trusting that the unknown holds something far greater for us. Another challenge in accepting your destiny is the feeling of not being good enough or worthy. Many people struggle with self-doubt, especially when it comes to stepping into their purpose. We often look at our flaws, our shortcomings, and our past mistakes and wonder how we could possibly be worthy of fulfilling such a grand purpose. We may feel inadequate or unprepared, thinking that we need to be perfect before we can walk the path laid before us. But this is a misconception. Destiny is not about perfection. It's not about being flawless or having all the right answers. Destiny is about love, commitment, and dedication to living the life we are meant to live. It's about taking what we have, our skills, our passion, our heart, and using it for a greater good. Your worthiness is not determined by your perfection, but by your willingness to show up, to take action, and to give of yourself to something larger than your own desires. If you wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect version of yourself, you may never take that first step. Instead, trust that you are enough as you are. You're worthy of your destiny simply because it has been placed within you. One of the most important things to remember as you begin to walk your path is that you don't need to have all the answers immediately. Taking it step by step is one of the most powerful ways to embrace and live your destiny. Often the journey to fulfilling our purpose is not a straight line. It's a winding road full of twists, turns, and unexpected detours. But this is okay. In fact, this is how the process works. We don't always know where the road will lead, and that's part of the beauty of it. Sometimes the first step you take will not bring you immediate clarity or the results you expect. But each step you take brings you closer to your destination, even if you can't see it right away. It's about trust. It's about believing that you are moving in the right direction, even when things don't seem clear. It's about walking the path even when the end isn't in sight, knowing that every step is contributing to your growth and to the fulfillment of your destiny. So don't worry if you don't have everything figured out right now. You don't need to have all the answers. You simply need to take the first step and trust that the next one will appear when the time is right. Trusting yourself and trusting in God is key to embracing and living your destiny. Our greatest challenge is often trusting that we are on the right path, especially when things don't go according to our plans. It's easy to feel disheartened when obstacles arise or when things don't seem to be working out. But these challenges are a part of the process. They are not signs that we're off track, they are opportunities to learn to grow and to strengthen our faith. Destiny is not a straight path. It's a journey that requires us to trust in the process, even when we don't have all the answers. When you trust yourself and trust in God, you open yourself up to a deeper level of peace, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. You're being guided every step of the way, and you don't have to do it alone. Embrace your destiny with the knowledge that you're supported by something greater than yourself, and that as long as you keep moving forward, you're moving in the right direction. Your destiny is waiting for you to walk in the light. It's not waiting for you to be perfect or to have everything figured out. It's simply waiting for you to show up, to step forward with faith and courage, and to trust that each step will bring you closer to who you are meant to be. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't let the uncertainty of the future stop you from moving forward. Your destiny is calling you, and it's time to answer. Trust yourself, trust in the journey, and know that as you walk this path, you will discover the power, purpose, and fulfillment you have been seeking all along. The key to living your destiny is to keep moving forward even when the road is unclear. Embrace each challenge, trust in your worth, and take the journey one step at a time. The more you walk in faith, the more your destiny will unfold before you. So take that first step. Trust in yourself. Your destiny is waiting for you to walk in the light. Your destiny is not something you just wait for. It's a journey you have to actively seek and live out every day. It's easy to think of destiny as something that will eventually fall into your lap, something that you don't have to work for or actively pursue. But in reality, your destiny is something that you must engage with, seek out, and live with intention. It's a path that requires your active participation. It's not just about waiting for the right moment for the stars to align or for some divine sign to tell you what to do. It's about taking the first step, making decisions, and committing to the journey even when the way ahead is unclear. Destiny doesn't just reveal itself to us. We have to make space for it in our lives and invite it in. Every day we are given the opportunity to move closer to fulfilling our purpose, and it's up to us to take that opportunity and run with it. When you find your destiny, life becomes meaningful, and you no longer feel uncertain about your purpose. The search for purpose is something that many people struggle with throughout their lives. There's an emptiness that comes with not knowing why you're here or what you're supposed to be doing. But once you discover your destiny, everything changes. The fog lifts and suddenly you can see the path clearly. When you know your purpose, you wake up every day with intention and drive. You know that what you're doing matters, that your efforts are contributing to something greater than yourself. The sense of fulfillment that comes from living your destiny is like no other. It gives your life more meaning and makes the difficult moments worthwhile. You no longer feel lost or aimless. Instead, you feel grounded, centered, and connected to something bigger than yourself. Life takes on a new color, and the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable are now challenges you're ready to face head-on. But discovering your destiny isn't enough. You must actively live it out every day. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, to fall into old patterns, and to forget the greater purpose that you're working toward. That's why it's so important to remind yourself daily of your destiny. Take time each day to ask yourself, what is my destiny? What will I do today to move closer to that goal? These simple questions can help guide your actions and keep you on track. It's not about having everything figured out, but about taking the next step, no matter how small. It's about consistently moving toward the life you were meant to live. Every day is an opportunity to take action toward your purpose, to align your choices with your destiny, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Even when the journey seems long or difficult, remember that every step forward is bringing you closer to your true purpose. So as you continue on your journey, I encourage you to reflect on your own path. Take time each day to connect with your inner self, to ask those important questions and to align your actions with your destiny. It doesn't have to be a grand dramatic shift. It can be something small, a decision to take a step toward your goals, a change in perspective, or a commitment to follow your heart. Remember that your destiny is not a destination, it's a journey, and the journey is just as important as the destination itself. Embrace each moment, each decision, and each challenge as an opportunity to live out your purpose. As you move forward, don't forget to share your story in the comments below. Hearing about your experiences and your own journey can inspire others who are on the same path. When we share our stories, we create a community of support and encouragement. And we remind each other that we are not alone on this journey. And make sure to subscribe so we can explore more exciting topics together. There's always more to learn, more to discover, and more to share. The path to your destiny is waiting for you, and together we can continue to seek and live out the greater purpose that lies before us. Your journey has just begun and the possibilities are endless. Embrace it with open arms and an open heart, and watch how your life transforms as you step into your true destiny.